Hello guys, and welcome back for a new review. Today we're going to take a look at the One Toys Fierce Beast Double Champion. What a name. So basically this is made by One Toys. It's clearly Brock Lesnar. Of course it's unlicensed. As you can tell by the writing on there, it's Fierce. Is the next big thing. So, it's just one of those things. But it's the first 1/6 scale figure I've seen of Brock Lesnar. I'm a fan of Brock Lesnar. I'm a fan of wrestling. Been following it since the 80s. And he's a very entertaining character from WWE to UFC. Brock Lesnar's made a huge impact. So, I'm gonna pull off the outer sleeve, and that's what you're greeted to. Got his tattoo or symbol that you typically see on a lot of his shirts. Some basic information. So let's crack them open and see what we get. Alright, so the first layer, as you can see, you get the two belts, the WWE Universal Championship and the UFC title. Both look to be really nicely done. You get his fighting gear, shorts and shirt, and then you get some boots and fighting gloves on this first half. And then the next section, you've got him in his UFC I forget the guy he went up against, but he did a showcase where he went into the middle of the octagon and challenged someone. Forget his name, but this is the suit he was wearing. So we'll get a closer look at this. All right, so here he is, straight up out of the box in the suit. Don't know too many people who are going to really want to display him in the suit. I mean, it's Brock Lesnar, so definitely going to get him into the fighting gear. One thing I'll say right out of the box, the weight of this guy is pretty hefty. Pretty sure this is a World Box body, and that weighs in quite a bit. Feels like it weighs more than a pound. So it's very solid. The suit itself, though, taking a look at it, very nicely tailored. It's got the inner lining, nice button detail, just really nicely done. Tailored very nicely to the physique of the figure. Boots, all one piece. I believe there are pop-off for the combat boots, and I believe there was a pair of feet in there for his octagon fighting style. So let's get him out of the suit and get a better look at what he looks like underneath. Alright, so that's the way I think we all expect to see Brock Lesnar in his fighting gear. That's how he's the most recognizable. The suit option, while neat, I could have bypassed that 100%. I'd have rather gave up the suit just to get an extra head sculpt. So let's take a quick look at the head sculpt itself. So I think that is one of the areas that is good but not great. So definitely does look like Brock Lesnar. Likeness is there. I could see it. I'd say it's a 7 out of 10 on the head sculpt. They could have been a little bit better. I would have liked to seen a little bit more expression, but for a neutral pose, works. Paintwork on the head and on the rest of the body is awesome. Anyone who's familiar with World Box bodies knows they're incredibly durable, well painted, and well articulated, and we'll get into that. But overall physique on this guy looks pretty great. I do like it for Brock. It's massive. It's tall. I believe Brock is 6'5", 265. So it's a big dude. tattoo work on all of this is awesome. So it's pretty much got all of his tattoos. The skull on the shoulder, the beast on the back, the claws. I'm not sure what that one is. Reaper, perhaps, on that shoulder. And, of course, the sword on his chest. Also got all the logos on the shorts and even into the boots. So, really well done. The boot is two-piece. So, adds for extra articulation. So, that is good. As far as articulation goes, this guy's got a ton. Head is on a ball joint, so left and right. Up and down. There's a bit of pivot room forward and back too, so you can adjust the poses quite a bit. Shoulders, of course. Every joint is super tight on this guy too, which is a good thing to a degree. So full rotation. Can go out only about that far because of the bulk of the shoulder. Of course, you got the upper bicep. Swivel, double jointed elbows, which is great. And you've got your standard high end swivel and pivot hand. The upper ab has got some articulation. Seems really tight. It does pivot. And of course your legs forward, back, out, double jointed knee. And of course the same ball joint at the foot. So that swivels really well. Alright, so it's got him in a basic grappling pose. So thought I'd, at this point, just go over a couple of the other accessories. So here is the fighting gear shirt. Nothing on the back. That's pretty nice. The belt's really nice. So the Universal Championship. And it's got a Velcro close on there. So that should fit right around the waist. We'll check that in a moment. And then the UFC Championship belt, heavyweight champion belt. Same setup with the Velcro. So that should fit. Really nice accessories. Suit we've seen, and just some extra hands. So let's see how these fit. Yep, that fits fine. Pretty much how any championship belt would fit around the figure. That looks good. And let's check the Universal Championship belt. Same story. That looks good. A lot of nice detail and stitching. Alright, so there he is. That's Brock Lesnar from One Toys. I think it's a pretty awesome looking figure. Is it a home run? No, but I think it's pretty darn good. You know, it's great body, great gear, decent head sculpt. Things I would change, you know, a stand would be great for this guy because there is no stand included. So, you know, he's very, very heavy. So depending on your display setup, you know, this guy topples. He's going to break something most likely. And it may not be the figure, but it might be the glass D12 that you got it in. But that's one thing I would have added. I would have dropped the whole suit deal because people don't want to display Brock Lesnar in a suit on their display. I would think 95% of people wouldn't. So an extra head sculpt, I think, would have gone a lot further. Price point on this guy, I got it for $199 from Cotswold Collectibles. So for everything that you get, it's a pretty decent price in the high-end market, which I'm not really in anymore. I haven't really bought Hot Toys or high-end figures for many, many years, but I seen Brock Lesnar and like, that guy's worth it. So I did pick this up. But in that market, a body like that is usually just $80 on its own. You have the tattoos, all the gear, the head sculpt, the belts, another suit, and some pretty decent box art, even if the wording on there isn't the greatest. So it's a pretty reasonable price for what it is. Just for a quick height comparison to your standard 12-inch figure, he not only weighs significantly more, he is quite a bit larger as well. So he's a very imposing figure. The body, the height, the weight of the figure does capture Brock Lesnar, I think, pretty well. But that's it. That is the One Toys Fierce Double Champion, Brock Lesnar. Hope you enjoyed taking a look at it. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time.